Everybody can see that. I will turn this up here a little bit. Okay, so this goes back to the very first class that we have done. So with the first class that we did, if you remember, we focused a lot on introductions and greetings. So we are going to go through that. The second class that we did was dialogue phrases. So we'll cover that. The third one we did was on kinship and numbers. That one didn't have any dialogue attached to it. It was just on how to say those words. And then last week we covered all brand new dialogue, including dates and numbers and stuff. So we will go through all of that, and so hopefully you guys have been practicing here and there throughout the last several weeks, and you'll be able to participate. So okay, so can everybody see the screen okay if I just make it a little bit larger here? And okay. Okay, then I guess before we get started, just towards the end of the class, we're going to do a draw again, and Kristen won't be here. So, and I've never done any one of these online draws before, so I'm a little bit scared of the technology. I know it was pretty glitchy the last couple of times that Kristen did them. So I might just actually just write everybody's name down and do it old school and put your name in a bowl, and I'll just pick a name. So we have a backpack to give away today. We got a Tim's card to give away. And last week I showed you all these t-shirts that I got. So these are Pequisquewin t-shirts. That means language in Cree. It's part of the podcast series that I am a part of. So I've got a bunch of t-shirts in, and so we will include one of those. And I have a few sizes here. So whoever the winner is, you tell me your size and we'll be able to put that in the bag for you. But we'll do that a little bit later on. Okay, so I'm going to get started here because I know we don't have much time. Okay, so, and if everybody can forgive me, because Kristen is usually my helper in these classes, and if somebody has a question, you'll have to just bear with me and let me know. Just say, hey, I had my hand up. I'm asking a question if I don't respond to you, okay? Okay, so lesson number 1, Nakawewin beginner Saulteaux classes. This is the first one we did, introductions and greetings. Okay, so question 1, and I hope, like I said, I hope you all got the copies, but let's begin here. So question 1, how are you? Haninzago. Aninzago. Aninzago. So I've broke it down here just to say, you know, what does anin mean? How or what? Sago is now, gin, you. How are you? Aninzago. And then with that, I gave 2 different answers. So I am fine, good, you. Nimenoya gintas. Nimenoya gintas. You are responding back. I am fine. I am good. You. Or I am very happy today. Nge nijikendam nungum. Nge nijikendam nungum. I am very happy today. Nge nijikendam nungum. So I did change a little bit of the phonetics in here. You know, rather than making the phonetic words spelled funny, like with H's and Y's and, you know, trying to capture that sound, I just wrote like words, what they actually sound like. So, so for this one, you can see here, I am very happy today. Inge nizikendam. So that's basically, to me, like what it sounds out, you know, in a more simple way. Ne zi kain dam. Nizikendam. Inge nizikendam nungam. I am very happy today. So I hope that you can make that out. I don't know if some of you have already captured that those changes. So again, back to question 1. Anin sigogin nemenoya quintas. Ingeniti kendam nungam. Okay, so that is the ultimate icebreaker question you can ask anybody in Soto. Anin sigo. Anin sigogin. Nemenoya quintas. Those two phrases are literally the most two common phrases that a Soto speaker would begin with. Aninzigo gin or aninzigo, just a simple question. How are you? Nimenoya gintas. Ngenizikendam nungam. Ngenizikendam nungam. Okay, and then here is the next one here. Question number 2, how is the weather? Anin e shuebak. Anin e shuebak. Anin e shuebak. It is warm. Inge abawa. Inge abawa. Anin e shuebak. Inge abawa. Or the complete opposite, it is very cold. Anin e shuebak. Inge gisina. Inge gisina. It is very cold. Inge gisina. So again, when I went back to, how am I going to plan these classes? I thought, well, what are the two most common icebreaker questions? How are you and what is the weather? Okay, so question number 3. What is your name? Anin ejnakazuin. Anin ejnakazuin. What is your name? Anin ejnakazuin. Natalie Nitizinkas. Natalie Nitizinkas. Nitizinkas. So you'd put your name in front of there. Nitizinkas. That is what my name is. Natalie Nitizinkas. Okay, let's okay. And you, what is your name? Quintas. Anin ejnakazuin. Quintas. Anin ejnakazuin. And you, what is your name? Quintas. Anin ejnakazuin. And very similar to the previous answer here, you just put your name in there. Nitizinkas. Natalie Nitizinkas. Quintas. Anin ejnakazuin. Natalie Nitizinkas. So now that you've asked them how they were and how was the weather, now you ask them, well, what is your name? Okay, and then I ended that class by saying, Gigawat min minna. I'll see you again, because in the Soto language, we don't have a word that says, or, we don't have that, anything that says goodbye. There is no goodbye. It's just, I'll see you again. Gigawat min minna. I'll see you again. Okay, so that was that one there. How are we doing so far? I know I kind of just blew right through that. Do we have any questions? Do we need to know how to pronounce some of those words all over again? I don't want to move on too fast, but I want you all to, have this a meaningful refresher course on how to say these terms and greetings. All right, no questions? Okay, so I will. So I'm going to stop sharing that one again. So, but this last phrase, I didn't include them in any of the other lessons that I made. So that one, I'll see you again. Go up, min na. Go up, min na. Go up, min na. Okay, so I'm going to just stop sharing this screen and I'm going to bring up the other lesson here that I have. Okay, so we are moving on to lesson number 2. And lesson number 2 is where we got into some more dialogue phrases. Okay, now I will share that screen. Okay, so this was lesson number 2, dialogue phrases. So this is more like along the lines of an icebreaker. So the first one, right? How are you? How is the weather? What is your name? Now we can continue on with that dialogue by asking, well, where are you from? So pull this up here. A little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, so question 1, where are you from? Andewenzian. Andewenzian. Where are you from? Andewenzian. Where are you from? I am from Fishing Lake. So I can easily just say Fishing Lake, but to say Fishing Lake in Saulteaux is Gantiganuzeaning. So I know how to say that in Saulteaux. So I would say Gantiganuzeaning Nuenzi. I am from Fishing Lake. Or just Fishing Lake Nuenzi. You can also do it that way. Where are you from? Andewenzian. Andewenzian. Fishing Lake Nuenzi. Okay, that one I feel to me is like a little easier to, pronounce and understand compared to some of the other phrases that we have on here. So where are you from? Andewenzian. Andewenzian. Fishing Lake Nuenzi. Okay. Now you are going to ask the question. You then, where are you from? Gintas, Andewenzian. Gintas, Andewenzian. All right, just give me a second here. I see there is a question. Uh-oh, is my screen not sharing? No, it says it's sharing. It says you are sharing, your screen sharing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's, everyone can see the screen? So far, good? Okay, good. So just a few people that are having some technical difficulties there. Okay, so we'll just continue on here then. Okay, you then, where are you from? Gintas, Andewenzian. Gintas, Andewenzian. What about you? Where are you from? And then you would say Fishing Lake Niwenzi. So again, this is very similar to the top part there. You're just answering the same way, Fishing Lake Niwenzi. So the only thing that was different here is you asking the question by starting off by saying Gintas, which is you then. What about you? Gintas. Okay, so we got that in there. Let's move on to the next one here. Question number 3 we had on here. Do you speak Soto? Ginakawe. Ginakawe. Ge is you. Nakawe is Soto. Ginakawe. So this one I changed phonetically, so it's you know, so that you could say it or say it by reading it better. Okay, I just got a notice here that now everybody should be able to see the screen that I'm sharing. Okay. All right. Do you speak Soto? Ginakawe. Ginakawe. And that is a question. Do you speak Soto? Ginakawe. Oh, what did I do? Sorry about that. Oh no, what am I doing? This is why I need a moderator. Can you guys see that screen? Can you still see the screen? I don't know what I did there. Sorry about that, guys. This technology stuff. Okay, so let's get back in here then. Do you speak Soto? Ginakawe na. I don't speak Soto very well. Gawin ninakawe si. Gawin ninakawe si. No, I don't speak Soto, or I don't understand Soto. Gawin ninakawe si. Gawin is no or don't. Ne is like me or I, like nakawe si is to speak Soto, understand Soto. Gawin ninakawe si. I don't speak Soto very well. Ginakawe. Gawin ninakawe si. Ginakawe. Gawin ninakawe si. So that one was lesson 2. That one was lesson 2. So now I feel like before we move on to lessons 3 and 4, I would like for you guys to answer me any question, ask me questions, and let's review some of this stuff. If you're stuck again, or if you want me to more clearly enunciate any of these terms or phrases. Okay, so let me do this one here. Excuse me. Okay, so I just pulled up lesson number 1 again. Can everybody see that? Lesson number 1? Okay, so before we move on to the other 2 lessons, let's quickly go over this one again. Again, these ones were just introductions. Anin tsugogi. Anin tsugogi. Lisa, do you want to respond the answer to that?
Okay. Nemanoya gintas.
Good job. Yeah. Nemanoya gintas.
Nemanoya gintas.
Yeah. Nemanoya gintas. Okay. And Taya, how are you doing over there on your end? No problem. Okay, who else do I see on here? Who can I pick on? Cheyenne, are you able to respond?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, awesome. So anin sigogin.
Nin chicken dum or inge nin chicken dum nongum.
Oh, good job. Yay. Good job. Good job. I'm glad you switched it up and used the other response on there. All right. Brian, do you want to give it a go? Hello, Brian. Are you there? No, he's not responding. All right, Kristen, what about you?
Yeah, I can do it.
All right. So anin sigogin.
Nemenoya gintas.
All right, good stuff. Again, it's ikendam nungum. Again, it's ikendam nungum. All right, good job, everybody. All right, so do we feel confident enough? Like, would you feel confident going out there and asking somebody in Saulteaux, anin sigogin? All right, that's good. That's what we want. We just want to know that, you know, that this is, that you're comfortable with it. Okay. Okay, then what did I do here? Okay, so the second one here. Anin bak. Anin bak. Inge abawa or inge gisina. Inge abawa, inge gisina. So those are, so today I would say inge abawa, it is warm. If I wanted to say hot, inge gazate, I would say something like that, but these are just warm and cold. Inge abawa, inge gisina. Anin bak. Okay. Anin nakazuan. Anin nakazuan. All right, Missy, anin nakazuan. Even though I just called you by your name, respond to me. Anin nakazuan.
Delphine Nindishnakas.
Is it Delphine? Why does it come up as Missy?
Oh, yeah, it's Missy. Sorry.
Oh.
Everybody, yeah. I'm Delphine. Unless you're a bill collector, then I'm Missy. No. My nickname is Missy. Everybody calls me Missy, but at work I go by Delphine.
Okay, good to know. All right, good stuff. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, and okay, and then again, just to turn that around, and you're asking somebody else. Ginta sanin nakazuan. Ginta sanin nakazuan. Okay, who do we have on here? Sorry, so again, Kristen usually does this. I always have iPad 3 on here. Who is that shows up as iPad 3? iPad 3, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, what is your name again? I'm so sorry.
I'm Yolanda.
Yolanda?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for that. Okay. Yolanda, do you want to say this last phrase for me on this lesson? How would you say, I'll see you again?
Can we get no, I forget.
No, it's okay. I'll see you again. Go walk min min no.
Go up a minute. What?
Yeah, go walk min min no. Good job. All right. Okay, so that was another quick review of that one.
Yeah, you.
Okay, who else do we have on here? And then we have Kristen. Tommy, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, is that the name that's on the profile? Like, is that your name?
Sorry, yeah. I have to move rooms. My daughter's watching cartoons.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I just wanna get everybody's name down here for the draw. So if I put Tommy down, that's you?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, thank you so much. And then we got Brian and Shan and Andrew. Andrew, are you there? I have an Andrew on here. Are you there, Andrew? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for joining. So Andrew, I'm going to pick on you just because you're the last name that I wrote down here. All right, are you comfortable with responding if I asked you where you were from?
Yeah.
Okay. Andawenzian.
Kizakush Newanzi.
Oh, good job. All right. We have another fellow Saulteaux cousin in the group. That's awesome. Okay, so we got that one. And so question 2 again is just you're reversing that question by asking Gintas. What about you? Gintas Andawenzian. Okay, and do you speak Saulteaux? Ginakawe? You can add na on the end of that, and that makes it a true question. Ginakawe na. You're asking a direct question. Ginakawe na. Kizakus, awesome. All right. Gawin ninakawesi. Gawin ninakawesi. So if you were in a conversation and somebody asked you, like if you said, Aninzago, Nimanoya Gintas, and you don't want to respond, but you feel comfortable enough saying Gawin ninakawesi, that tells that other person right away that, well, I don't speak or understand Saulteaux very well. And that's something that you can use to identify right away. Gawin ninakawesi. Or gawin ninakawe. Okay, so that was another quick review of lessons 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm going to move on now to lesson 3. And if my memory is correct, we spent quite some time on this one. Only because when I did the numbers way down here, you'll see that I went from 1 basically to 100. But we're not going to do that. We're only going to go up to 10. So that was basically the comfortable point where everybody was at. Like we couldn't, going beyond 10 at this point was quite confusing. So, and that's not what I want to do, because once you get really confused, then you start forgetting what you've just learned. So we're only going to go up to 10. But all the
Natalie,
yes.
before you go on, there was a comment in the comment section. What are you called pronunciation? Is hard for me is what the comment says. So
What did I say for that one? That was from the second one. Under Wednesday, I think it's under Wednesday, and speak sort of way. Okay, so that was so what is your name? Anin A Jinakazuin. Anin So Anin is asking like how or what. Anin. A ginakazawin. A ginakazawin. A ginakazawin. Then you're finishing off your question by asking, what is your name? Anin A ginakazawin. Anin A ginakazawin. Anin A ginakazawin. What is your name? All right, thank you for that question. Okay, so let's move on to lesson number 3 here, which is kinship.
Go ahead.
Okay, so for me, just me, is Neen. Neen.
Mhm.
That's just for me only. Neen. Neen. And then for you, and just for you only, is keen. Keen.
Okay.
Neen, keen. Me and you. Neen, sugokin. Me and you. Neen, sugokin. Me and you. Me is neen. You is gin. Keen. Mother. My mom. Ne mama. Ne mama. Ne mama. Ne mama. If it was your mom, it would be ke mama. Ke mama. Sigo ne mama. Your mom and my mom. Ke mama. Sigo ne mama. Ne mama. Mother. Mom. Father. Ne papa. Ne papa. Your father. Ke papa. Ke papa. My dad and your dad, ne papa, sigo ke papa. Ne papa, sigo ke papa. Okay, and son, my son, negozis. 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 It's my son, negozis. Your son, ke gozis. Ke gozis. Negozis, sigo ke gozis. My son and your son. My son, negozis. Negozis. Daughter, netanes. 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 Daughter. That's my daughter, netanes. Your daughter, gitanes. Gitanes. Your daughter, gitanes. Netanes. Sigo gitanes. My daughter and your daughter. Netanes. Grandchild. Nuisance. Nuisance. Now this one has that nasal thing going on. So it's the best way that I could write this out phonetically is new say ants. Ants. So it's like you're saying dance without D. Ants.
No, say aunts.
Nuisance. Nuisance. Grand
Okay.
nuisance. Your uncle. So this is where it gets tricky. So when you're talking about kinship, there's so many different ways to address kinship, whether it's from your dad's side, your mom's side, your uncles, your aunts, younger siblings, older siblings. It can get quite complex, but when I picked these ones, I thought that these were, just simple ones that we could learn for the sake of learning some kinship for Saulteaux. Okay, so after grandchild, no sense, no sense. Uncle. So this is my dad's brother. He is called Nimisume. 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 So that's your dad's brother. That's your dad's brother. Nimisume. 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 Yeah, that's right. You're saying it right. Good job. And your mother's brother now is Nizase. Nizase. Your mother's brother, Nizase. Nizase. And for your aunt on your dad's sister. Oh, I didn't put the phonetics in here. Nizakus. 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 I'm sorry, I didn't add the phonetics in that one. The other one, your aunt for your mom's sister. Namamayes. Namamayes. That is my aunt. So Namamayes. So when you see all of the kinship in here and it says ne, that is me. That is my auntie. And if you want it to say you, like I'm referring it to as your kinship, it's ke. Ke. So if this was your auntie, I would say Gimamaes. Gimamaes. That's a term that I heard a lot of growing up. Gimamaes. That's your mother's sister. Gimamaes. Oh, so I've got a question here. What if you wanted to say all the aunties? Gimamaes. Gimamaesak. Gimamaesak. So you would add S-A-K on the back end of that. Gimamaesak. Nimamaesak. All of my aunties. Nimamaesak. Gakanan. Nimamaesak. All of my aunties. Gakina. Gakina is all or everything. Gakina. All of it. Gakina. So for relatives, I grew up knowing the terminology of like just all my relations. All my relations is gakkinata nawe maganak. That's all my relations. Gakkinata nawe maganak. So usually when I'm introducing myself in Saulteaux, that's what I would say. Hanin zago gakkinata nawe maganak. Natalie Langan netizen, guys. Hello, all of my relations. My name is Natalie Langan. That is what I would say. Gakkinata nawe maganak. That's all my relations. Okay, so my wife, or my husband, my wife, like your partner, nuichiwakan, nuichiwakan. So that's the person that is with you, beside you, that goes with you. Nuichiwakan. My husband or my wife. Nuichiwakan. So this next one I changed. It's my children. Because previously I had Nitsansak, and that people had some difficulty with the phonetics on that one. Nitsansak. So this one I changed it to Apinunji. Apinunji. That's just child. So rather than saying Nitsansak, my children, like these are my children, I'm using the terminology as Nipanunji, like these are younger children or child. So Nipanunji, Niapinunzi. So that's mine. Niapinunzi. Or to make it plural, you would add yak on there. Nipinunzi yak. Nipinunzi yak. Nipinunzi yak. Is more than one child. Nipinunzi yak. Grandpa, nimisumis. Nimisumis. Grandma, nuku, nuku or kuku.
Yeah.
Brother, Nisae, Nisae, that's my brother, Nisae. And my sister, Nimise, 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 that's my sister, Nimise.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are we with that?
Very good.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so that was the kinship one. Okay, and now we're going to move on quickly through numbers 1 through 10. There was a handful of you that felt quite confident by counting to 10. And just depending, I guess, what Saulteaux community you're from, there are different dialects and different ways to say them. There's just a slight difference in phonetics there, but it still means the same. So I'll just count through quickly 1 to 10. So basic, knees, niso, niwin, nanan, gitaso, nidaso, saso, sangso, metaso. So like I said, depending on what reserve you're from, some would say basic, basic. But that's not how I grew up knowing how to say that. I know other communities do, and that's fine. It means the same number. So basic, knees, niso, niwin, nanan, nigitaso, nisaso, nisaso, sangso, metaso. So 7 and 8, they sound so similar. It's just a slight difference. So 7 is nisaso, nisaso, and then 8 is nisaso, nisaso, nisaso. So there's a very slight difference there. Okay, so who feels confident to count to 10 for me?
Basic, mitaso, need, nana, kiwi, mitaso, see, and mitaso.
Good job. Good job. All right. Missy, last time I asked you this, you just breezed right through it. So I'm not going to ask you because I know you can count to 10 there. Lisa, do you want to give it a try?
Sure. Basic, knees, niso, niwin, nanon, nigataso, nisaso, nisaso, sankiso, mitaso.
Good job. All right, that was 1 to 10. All right, so I was actually, because I know I had a question here a couple of weeks ago. Somebody wanted to know what the terminology for 0 was, and that stumped me. I'm like, I don't know what the word for 0 is. I just know the terminology of like nothing, like gaungego. There's nothing. So that's going to be one of my first things that I'm going to look into with my textbook that I got is where is there a word in here that is for 0? So I'm going to look that up. All right, so that was numbers 1 to 10. All right, so do we have any questions before we move on to lesson number 4? This is the one that we reviewed last week. Okay, so oops. Oopsies, what did I do with it? Okay, so this was the last class. This was an all new dialogue. And this has a little bit of everything that we have already covered. Okay, what is today? Hoganen nungum. Hoganen is what? Hoganen, what? Nungum, today. Hoganen nungum. Hoganen nungum. Okay. So, and of course, last week's date was August 16th. So today is Tuesday, August 16th. That was last week. Nungum, ni zagizagan, mizanayge gizis, metaso asingitaso. Today is Tuesday, August 16th. So if we wanted to say, let's see, if we wanted to say 23, okay, so we would say manizage. It's manizage. Okay. Nongom nizagizagan, manizage of gizis, nistana song siniso. 23. Nistana siniso. So that is how to say the date. And I believe that 23. How far did we go up to? I think we just did the tens and the numbers. Yeah, so 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we did all the teens. Yeah, and then we went up to tens. Okay, so that one's not in there. So we'll just stick to this one. Nongum, nizagizagan, manizagay gizis, matasa siningataso. Today is Tuesday, August 16th. That is for asking for the day. Uganen nongum. Nongum nizagizagan. You can even break this down. You don't have to say the full thing. Nongum nizagizagan. Today is Tuesday. Uganen nongum. Nongum nizagizagan. Today is Tuesday. Okay. And this comment was very fitting for last week as it was so hot out. It is a good summer day. It is very hot. Oh, and again, I didn't break this out properly. Minoni bin nungum inge gazate. Okay, can everybody follow along with that? Usually I have the whole term written alongside the comment there. Sorry about that, guys. So if you were to just follow along here, it's Minoni bin nungum inge gazate. That's the exact order that it goes in on how you say this term. It is a good summer day. It is very hot. Minoni bin nungum inge gazate. Minoni bin. It's a good summer day. Minoni bin nungum inge gazate. Minoni bin nungum. It is a good summer day. Minoni bin nungum. Inge gazate. It is very hot. Inge gazate. What is the time, or what time is it? Anin manik is a say. Anin manik is a say. So this one is slightly different from last week's lesson because again, I changed it to better understand phonetically. So anin manik is a say. What time is it or what is the time? Anin manik. Anin manik is you're asking like how many is what it is a say is the time. Anin manik is a say. It is 7 o'clock. Ni zaso is a say. Ni zaso is a say. Anin manik is a say. Ni zaso is a say. Okay, so that was the time on that one. And we have, oh yes, we had, this one was a good one. Okay, so this one was about if you have somebody over, you know, it's always the polite thing to do to offer them a drink or some food. So if you have company and you want to ask them if they want to eat bannock, you would say, Pikwezagan ginonde meatsin. Do you want to eat some bannock? Pikwezagan ginonde meatsin. Do you want to eat some bannock? Pikwezagan. Pikwezagan is bannock. Ginunde, do you want? Meatsin, eat. Pikwezagan ginunde meatsin. Do you want to eat some bannock? Of course I'll eat some bannock. Me nange, gamitsin pikwezagan. Me nange, gamitsin pikwezagan. Pikwezagan ginunde meatsin. Me nange, gamitsin pikwezagan. You want to eat some bannock? Of course I'll eat some bannock. Pikwezagan ginunde meatsin. Minenge gamitsin pikwezagan. Okay, and then this is the other one that I changed because we had for children, I had in here nitsansak. And so I changed it to small children, which basically means panunziak to panunziak. How are your children? Anin ka panunziak. How are your children? Anin ka panunziak. Anin ka panunziak. My children are good. Manoyawak na panunziak. Manoyawak na panunziak. Manoyawak. They are good. Manoyawak na panunziak. The children are good. This is another phrase that I really got to say a lot when I was a child because we didn't have a vehicle. My grandmother and I, we didn't have a vehicle. So we were always trying to hint around to our family that we wanted to go to town or we needed a ride. I would like to go to town later. Pamapi utenang nanundeza. Pamapi is later. Utenang is town. Nanundeza, I want to go. Pamapi utenang nanundeza. I would like to go to town later. Pamapi utenang nanundeza. All right, so that was the end of our lesson 4 for last week. So we just breezed right through 4 lessons. I know this last one, we kind of breezed right through it, but we just covered this one last week. So hopefully it's still fresh. All right, so I would like to go to town later. Pamapi utenang nanondeza. Pamapi utenang nanondeza. Okay, so I'll just quickly breeze through this one. I'll just say this one all in Soto here. Oganen nungum. Nungum nizagizagan. Menonipin nungum ngegazate. Ani manik is a say. Nizaso is a say. Pagwezagan ganunde meetin. Meaning gamitin pagwezagan. Aning